stands at 17. Last time he won was Maple Grove last year. So pretty important moment for both of these guys, and of course it will change things points-wise once again.
And you see the road to the finals for both drivers. Brandon Bernstein got lane choice by virtue of that 465 to Doug Herbert's 466 in the previous round.
For people that have never been to a top field drag race, I mean, it is exciting. These things make 10,000 horsepower. They go 0 to 300 miles an hour in 4 seconds. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
Herbert! Doug Herbert! All right.
For the excitement level that we have of picking out basically some fans from the stands, some woman like Shirley Muldowney Jr. that had a dream that they wanted to be a champion racer. You know, Shirley's 1 in a billion. And can we help find somebody like that can do this, that can be a champion, that can win races?
In 1986, Shirley Muldowney, one of drag racing's most honored champions, fought her way back from a near-fatal crash. Over the next decade, Shirley continued to burn up the track and shattered 12 different speed records in North America. Meanwhile, Shirley Muldowney souvenirs quickly became some of the most popular items at the track.
You know, even though Shirley's 70 years old, she's not your typical 70-year-old, you know. She's like, her mind is still 19 or 29, you know. I think that her mentoring ability is going to be really, really good. You know, one thing with Shirley, she doesn't have a muffler, you know, so I'm a little bit of her, I'm like the bouncing, you know, she calls me up often, right, and says, Doug, I want to tell this guy, blah, 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 you know, and I mean, if she was my size, I mean, she'd be in a lot of fights. Yeah.
I'm a 10-time Hall of Famer, though. It's better than being a 2-timer.
Shirley broke down the gender barrier for today's female racers, like Ashley Force, who's been racing professionally for 2 years. Her father, John, holds the record for most wins in the funny car category.
My daughter Ashley's 22 now driving. I said, if you want to set your goals on somebody, don't set them on me. Set them on the lady that did it all in this sport.
She paved the way for women, and she definitely stuck through where maybe a lot of other women wouldn't have been able to handle.
My focus at this point in television, you know, outside of the music, is truly trying to grow the fan base of Dual Survival, as well as Joe Ted-Eye's brand, but also, you know, put Dragstar on the map and give back a woman, Shirley Muldowney, who deserves all of it. To think about what she did in the 70s, and that 30 years later, she's still getting letters, that type of impact that you make.
I was always a television fanatic. I loved TV shows. I always kind of prided myself on spotting TV shows that would, you know, premiere, and I would say, that show's going to be a hit. I knew it. In a reality show, and in this show in particular, it's going to be the people that are going to be the point of interest.
Each one of our contestants come from a different part of life. If a single mom from Walmart, a wealthy girl whose father's a physician in an upscale part of town, to an adopted child who has dreams and just has never had been given that opportunity. All of them will have fans for them, because all of their fans will have stories similar to theirs, and they'll be able to relate, and they'll be their cheering section.
That, you know, motorsports has a draw. There's people that want to see fast cars going fast, want to see how they're made. I think there's a whole level of interest that is going to entice the audience in terms of the training that these gals are going to go through.
You have to take a cockpit orientation. Basically, you're blindfolded in the car. You have to know where all the things are in the car. You're blindfolded, like there's a fire, fuel goes in your face, whatever. You need to know where the brake is. You need to know where the fuel shutoff is. You need to know where the kill switch is. You need to know all these things without being able to see, because you got to get them done. This is like a natural instinct. When the car's going 300 miles an hour, you're covering a football field in half a second. I mean, you don't have time to think. You got to know.